All right, welcome back. Another episode of the Rough Rigs Supercoach. Oh, no, it's not, is it? We're not Supercoaching yet.
We're not Supercoaching yet.
It's the main one.
Too early.
There you go.
That's all right. We're here.
Sneak peek.
We're on the we're on the OG setup.
We are. I was rattled. I'm rattled being back here.
You're back in the studio. The casting couch.
The old casting couch. I didn't think I'd ever see it again, but glad I have.
Still here.
In all its glory.
A lot of glory. Probably hasn't been touched since we sat on it last.
I don't think so. There's a lot of dust.
Collecting dust. It's like the Hindy statue figurine. Just collecting dust.
Hope it's not as sticky as Hindy.
Oh, God. We're in trouble then. I've moved out. Anyways, how was your weekend?
Yeah, good. I think. From what I remember. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Saturday, we played some cricket.
Saturday, yes. Yes, we did that.
Wickets. Our top leading wicket taker, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't take any wickets, but just kept it tight.
I think you're still leading.
Kept it tight, 3 overs for something.
You'll bug it up in the second.
Yeah.
Sub.
I get about an over and a half in, all right, and then I start to feel it.
It's funny, once you...
I was better this week.
It's once you start looking to the sky. That's when I know you're tired. Because when you bowl, you're looking straight. And then when you're tired, you start doing these ones. As you're coming in, it's hilarious. So...
Well, I'm still trying to keep the same pace up,
Yeah,
so.
trying to get your anger.
Yeah.
No speeding fine. That's probably
no speed. I don't think I talked about that last week.
Oh, did you?
I don't think so.
I think I watched it, but I don't think you did.
I talked about the wickets, but I didn't talk about
I don't know.
talk about the speeding fine. Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yet again.
Caught. Yeah.
Kids down. He was a good bloke though. He put you for under 20, didn't he?
Nah, 20 to 30.
Oh, okay. Weren't you doing 30?
I was doing 30.
Yeah.
It was 20 to 30.
Okay.
Wasn't that good of a bloke.
Because I think if they put you 30 or up, you're done.
I would have been because I wouldn't have had any points left.
Yeah. Naughty boy.
Yeah.
Slow down. How about that? Slow down.
I've got one left.
One. You on your fools?
Yeah.
1
point.
God damn. When did they reset? When did they reaccumulate?
They disappear after 3 years and 4 months or something.
Okay.
So
fucking hell.
I've got to be slow for the next 3 years. And then
4 months.
Then they'll come back. But it's good because they've all happened quite recently.
No, it's
I've been pretty good for a while. Like I haven't been, but I haven't been caught for a while.
If you see Will on the train, he's up there, he's been caught. Game over.
I haven't been caught for a while, so and it's just been all at once.
It's like a pride thing.
So no, it's not a pride thing, but
I haven't been caught.
I'm looking forward to 3 years' time where it's just going to be a fucking bang.
Here's
all of them gone. They're all gone all at once, and then
they're back.
Yeah.
Or do you lose your points or do you gain points now? How's it work?
You start at 0.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it used to be you had 12 or whatever it was, and then they'd slowly take them on.
I like that idea better. I want to lose.
Makes you feel better, I think. When you see 11 out of 12, you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Well, because it's not something that you should be happy with getting, right? Probably. So it's fucking look at me. I've got 11. I've got 12.
You're doing well, Timmy.
So whereas you want more, I feel like.
Yep.
So I feel like you should start with 11 and then lose them. I think that's the way to go. I think that'll stop speeding. That's the solution. There you go.
I like the solution. What about Sunday? We had a baby shower.
We did, yes.
All in the blue kit.
That was good.
Blue baby.
Yeah, I was dressed head to toe.
You literally let me paint the picture. I think he had a blue button, like a golf button-up shirt on.
Yeah. Into
Parramatta pants, like Parramatta Eels shorts.
Were they?
Numbers.
I don't know what they were.
Yeah, I think they were Parramatta ones.
I don't remember much. Yeah, probably.
Into blue socks, into blue shoes. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was doing all right with the blue shirt into black pants. But no, Will just comes in like a full mascot. He's trying to take the Eels mascot position.
Tell you what, I look better than their fucking whatever they had.
Oh, God, whatever those humanised things were. It was a good day, but
it was.
The old guess the gummy bears, guess Nadine's waistline. Is that what they were calling?
I think I went well and truly overs
with
that.
Yeah, I think Lucy, the chick next to me,
I thought you were talking about the baby.
No, not Matt and Kez's Lucy. Lucy, the chick next to me, actually won both. But then Nadine's like, I can't let you have both the gummy bears and the $20 or whatever it was. So what one do you want? She's like, the $20. So yeah, I don't know how the fuck she got both. Smashed it.
There you go.
Shout out Lucy.
Controversy.
Yeah, and they gave it to
I would have caused a riot.
That's me so. You don't know.
I'd have called it right.
She said, "I
Yeah.
want both." And then
Yeah,
he's like,
I want
"You
both.
can't have both."
Give me both. Give me both or I'm leaving.
I said to Lucy, I'm like, "Ask for 50 as a sorry." Straight from my
Silence money.
I will be silenced for $50. Yeah, but it was good. Good little spot. I wasn't aware that they were originally meant to have it at the OG Workers.
Sporties.
Yeah, but then they fucked them around.
Yeah.
And sent them out to fuck. Where do we go? London.
Yeah. It was good. Nice out there.
Still good, but like spewing. 35 minutes for them. They're 2.5 minutes away normally. No.
That's all right.
Nadine was not happy. Fair enough.
Fair enough. It's all right.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do what you want.
Makes it easier to decide the designated driver, though.
That's true. Did you?
Silver linings.
The funniest part of the day was Matt and Kez's kid Lucy was having a bit of a meltdown, as kids do.
Yeah.
Mike looks over and Matt goes, "Is this my life?" Matt goes, "Yes." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he was just doing that funny little smile he does. He was doing this. So, kids.
Nah, well, but, we look forward to having baby Fui Fui Moi Moi.
What'd you name it? I think I went Greg.
Greg.
Marju.
The old Gregosaurus.
Yep. Wish you could catch a ball.
Nice. Speaking of sauruses,
I think we'll leave it at that. So I saw VJ tried to convince you to join the IPL train. How
yeah, it didn't work. Not happening.
I like how you tried to move on from it quick as well. What's your bet of the week? Poor VJ just trying to get a team. You're like, fuck the names. What's a sunriser?
What is a sunriser?
A bird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And their thing's a bird.
What's a Mumbai Indian?
Mumbai, yeah. What's a Mumbai? You were so puzzled. You're like, what's a then what did VJ say? Like, look at the Cape Town Mumbai Indians.
Cape Town.
That's hilarious.
Bringing back the Orcas.
Yeah, good team name. You
Can't
did bring that up.
they just have normal names?
I know they do like to put a bit of mayo on them.
Like the Super Kings.
Like the Night Riders. Are
Just a king will do, mate. Yeah. You don't need to fucking go.
Super. Anyways, let's get on to the NRL round results.
Do they have a Super Giant as well?
Super Kings, Super Giants.
A lot of supers.
Super.
They like their supers.
They get a six. Super. Anyways, Dolphins.
Do you see, actually, speaking of the IPL,
no, here we go.
I've actually
Travis Head
caught a glimpse of it. MS Dhoni, he was doing stuff.
He bats number 9 and does fuck all. It must be so frustrating.
He was in the partnership that did well, and they were all saying it was Dhoni.
And he barely did
the bloke at the other end scored all the runs, but
He's like
Dhoni was there. He was there. It was his cool and calm demeanour
What about the salad?
that got him over the line.
What about the salad on top?
Yeah.
A bit going on.
Advanced hair, yeah.
Go Barkett.
Shout out to Warnie.
Yep.
But on the Saturday, actually, bring it back to my weekend, I got a new hat. So that's exciting.
First hand beer. Connectors won.
Yeah, well, the establishment that I was at.
Yep.
That sounds really dodgy. The Workers Club.
The Gentlemen's Club.
The Workers Club. They were
Sefton players.
They had a new drink.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression
you were getting free piece.
that it was just like they're just throwing it out to everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like selected as, a VIP, as, one of
a VIP of drinking piss. Yep.
And so I was looking forward to it.
Yep.
Not I wouldn't say I was looking forward to it, but I was
free piss.
I was there.
That's Will's calling card.
But it was not free piss. Ended up being free piss. I didn't pay for it, but
stitch up. Someone did.
Shout out to him.
6 phone calls later.
But it wasn't free, and the beer was shit.
Yeah.
So it was disappointing, but because I was there and they were excited, they were giving away free T-shirts, free hats, all of that, free stubby holders.
Free things.
I didn't take the T-shirt because I didn't want one, but couldn't give it away.
Yep.
But no, the hats, future of hats. There was a big sign on it saying the future of hats, seamless. There's no seams on it. I can see a couple of seams, but that's irrelevant.
I can literally see one. What?
But no, it's seamless. There we go. Right on the old sticker there. Seamless, unique, comfort. That's what it's all about at First Hand Beer. Connectors One. That's enough advertising for them because it tasted like shit.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't get it again.
It was shit.
I've had worse, but I wouldn't go back to it.
But you paid for those.
Yeah.
If it's free and it's shit, you know it's bad.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's get to the footy.
Yes.
Dolphins 30 defeat the Panthers 12.
Yeah.
Now, you yourself said, at what point are the Panthers just going to turn it on? Well, it wasn't this week.
I mean, I was so confident that they
You were
would.
13 plus here.
I thought they would just,
Put the house.
put the house. I'm living on the streets. Who would have thought?
Yep. I don't know what to say anymore. I think Panthers have finally come back down to the regularity.
we keep kind of like expecting them to like they'll come good. They've just had an off week, but then
it just continues.
one off week's turned into 5 off weeks, and all of a sudden you're like, well, is this actually what you get from it? I still don't know. I still feel like
they've traumatized us for 4 years, so we feel like they're still the scary team.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, other than this game, because they got pumped, the last 2 weeks, if Casey McLean passes it to Tom Jenkins, they win both games.
Yeah.
Let's just... I don't know what Casey McLean has against Paul Milky, but yeah. Well done to the Dolphins. Complete performance, Fido hat trick.
Yeah.
He took the piss out of the middles. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna start treating Penrith like
I think we've got to start looking at them a bit differently.
a regular tier side.
Yeah.
Like a Sharks and Manly. Like nothing. Well, like yet we still got the fucking Storm just hanging.
And I mean,
about.
it's hard to get a read on who they're playing as well. Like because they've had a pretty soft draw. In the scheme of things,
because every team sort of played good some weeks and shit the
you
next.
have the Roosters that they got beaten, the Dolphins beat them, so like they're not great teams. Like you consider them bottom 4 teams, or bottom 4 maybe.
It's hard to get
at least bottom 8 teams.
This year's been so hard
they
to
lost
get
to
a
the
gauge.
Cowboys, who people are writing them off a couple of weeks ago. Like
Typical Cowboys. Lose 4, win 3.
Yeah.
Well, that's just who they are.
But like it's not like they've been beaten by like they did get beaten by Melbourne, but it's not like it was Melbourne Sharks.
Yeah.
And another good team in there, Broncos for instance. Like
As I've said, I think the competition is a lot closer this year, right? More than recent years. Because like 1 week Manly's winning by 40.
Yeah.
The next week they're losing by 8. It's
I mean
like
that's always Manly.
But okay, let's just go with the Dragons. They look dominating some weeks.
Yeah.
And they barely get off the bus the next week. It's such a weird.
Every team's kind of been like that.
Melbourne's the only one that sort of.
Even Melbourne, they lost to the Dragons, and
they had their one loss, but other than that, they're just solid. Does that make sense? Like even the Warriors. And I like to beat up on the Warriors, by the way. That was well done.
How good?
Yeah. Anyways, I think Panthers have sort of come back down to reality. I think the talent is whittling away, as it should have 3 years ago when everyone started to leave. I don't know where to go with them, but I think they're going to be top 8 still. Yeah.
Do you reckon they're a premiership contender?
Yeah,
or
I'm
you
not going
putting
to
a line
line
through them?
If they get in the 8, they'd be that team that would win from the 8, like from the 4 to 8 position.
You reckon they can make the 8?
Yeah, I reckon they'll still make the 8.
Yeah.
I think...
do you think they make top 4?
Probably not. I think there's teams that will hit mid-season form around Origin because they're going to lose at least
that's
3
where
players.
That's where I'm worried about with the
players,
Panthers, where they're in danger of not making the 8. The way that they've started,
Because of Origin.
if they can,
That's true.
the next couple of weeks
lose the next
couple of weeks, then all of a sudden you're a couple of weeks away from Origin.
Because let's
they're
face
going to
it.
lose Cleary, they're going to lose Liam Martin, they're going to lose Dylan Edwards probably,
And Toto. That's 4. Bang. Thanks for coming.
At least before you even consider anyone else. So yeah,
scary. It's and we'll get into it later. But the fans are a fucking joke. Penrith fans actually have. I don't want to get into it yet. We'll get into it this round's wrap up because their fans are weak as bro. You've won 4 comps.
Yeah.
You're getting a stadium upgrade. You're only going to Parramatta.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of the 6 p.m. slot, but I did my research. When they played the 8 p.m. slot on this Friday, barely anyone went as well.
Yeah.
They got a max of 2 buses per home game. You're the 4-time premiers. Surely you're getting at least 20,000.
Yeah.
Where are they this week?
They're at Allianz, so
all the Roosters fans will.
They're not
they're not
travelling.
coming. Like, if my team won 4 comps, I would be at every single available home game possible.
Yeah.
I went the years that Shark Park was getting upgraded. I went to Cogra every second, third week. I swear to you, every time we didn't have a cricket, I was there.
Yeah.
Because we normally play Saturdays. So, but yeah, pretty piss poor effort from the fans, eh?
Yeah.
Imagine if the Eels won 4 in a row and you had to go to Penrith. I swear, Parramatta fans would be there.
Well, Parramatta are getting bigger crowds than what Penrith are,
And they've been
I think, and they're
not great.
Can't win a game. So,
anyways, let's move on because Dragons 38 defeat the Titans 16. Another team I cannot get a read on. the Titans.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
The Titans are always. I think they're going to be like this all year. They're going to be. They're going to be just games that they win, games that they lose. You can't read into form. You just got to get lucky, pretty much, with them. I reckon, in terms of your tips.
It's just so weird because they have so much talent.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Anyways, Dragons played very well. Egan, he's turned into quite the edge player, hasn't he?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I think the thing with the Titans is, and I've spoken about it at length, I think, the last couple of weeks, is just that they're such a momentum team. Like, when things go against them, they're done.
Yep.
If they can get some momentum and run with it, then they're going to be hard to beat. But
I mean this with the utmost respect. They really miss Tanner Boyd's kicking game.
Yeah, well, that's it. They don't have the kicking game to turn momentum around. Like, they can't kick themselves out of trouble. So as soon as things go against them, they're gone. But they've got the strike power, they've got the speed and everything. If they can get some momentum, they can run up a score very, very quickly.
Yeah, this is nothing against Brimson, but he just can't kick. He's not a kicker. He's not a natural kicker.
No.
You've either got it, Mitch Moses, or you don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing. Anyways, Roosters 26 defeat the Broncos 16.
Yes.
The Broncos just didn't get a second gear all night. Anyone not named Payne Haas or Adam Reynolds, I should say, because they were
The
excellent.
Broncos are another, like...
Such a stacked team, but...
I don't know. It's
They just
so
look
hard.
fatigued.
Like, normally by round 7, we've kind of got a fair idea of where
This
teams
is
are
weird.
at, but it's just...
No way. This top 8 could look so weird, my
Like,
friend.
Broncos, they lost to a couple of weeks ago to someone shit, and then they lost...
Canberra. Wasn't it?
They lost to Canberra. They lost to someone else, didn't they, as well? But anyway, they've been winning games,
Win,
losing
loss,
games. It's like... And when they win, they look good.
Yep.
And then when they lose, they look horrible. So,
Shout out to Teddy, man.
oh, you still got it.
Brother, if Edwards isn't fit for Origin, lock in Teddy right now.
I'd almost rather Teddy at the moment.
Like, because Edwards has been injured. It's like, yeah, I'm ready for the conversation. Teddy looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's like not having those extra games.
Yeah.
He's just finally had a preseason to chill. Like, I don't know. Sharks 24 defeat the Manly Seagulls 18. This scoreline should have been 24-6, but we won't get into it.
Yeah, I thought the Sharks were really dominant. And
Yeah, the 2 intercept tries. Trindle, at least he got 4 tries just that day. 2 to Sharks,
Nice.
2 to Manly. No, anyways, I'd like Trindle to play more like that.
Yeah.
Free-flowing, who gives a fuck vibes.
I think
That's when he's at his best.
it works with him just really just dominating and saying, fuck it, I am the guy.
Yep.
Nico, take a back seat, mate.
Well,
And,
I love Nico, what Nico
it
did.
seems to be working.
He tucked the ball into the wing, ran 130 metres,
Yeah.
18 carries. I'll take that every week. If that's what I'm getting from Nico every week.
It's funny, like Nico's got the 7, Trindle's got the 6, but they're playing opposite roles. Like,
I love it. I love what they're doing.
Nico's the 6, Trindle's the 7 in that side.
100%. The numbers, don't even bother about the numbers on the back. We all know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's worked.
Yeah.
Nico just missed a few goal kicks. But I will say it was fucking hot. Everyone was fatigued as fuck, eh? Bit hot out at Optus.
Over at Perth.
The crowd went wild of 10,000. So that was good.
I didn't watch the game.
Nah, there was a lot.
Was there a crowd?
It was a fair
They got a
I think it was
crowd
like
to it?
32, I think, for both.
That's decent.
Average, I think it was.
26,000.
Yeah, and then more came for the second affair, apparently. So,
They
wasn't the update. Cowboys 24 defeat the Rabbits.
31 in the second one.
There you go.
Mm.
Cowboys 24 defeat the Rabbitohs 16.
Yes.
Cowboys they lose 4, they win 3. They lose
Yeah.
2, they win 5. That's the one team I can truly not get a read on.
I thought they could have won by more, to be honest.
100% they should have.
They look really good.
Yeah,
I thought Rabbitohs looked a bit clunky in attack.
I think it's going to take Latrell a bit of time.
Defensively looked a bit poor as well, but
Yep.
yeah, that
Agreed.
Purdue just keeps getting better and better.
Mate, he is like offensively so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's so skinny.
Yeah.
It sounds so weird. Like there's not one bit of muscle. He's just strong.
But he's strong. Yeah.
Naturally strong.
Yeah.
Like no muscle.
He doesn't look like he's got...
He's a machine.
He's like a tall Bevan French, like,
Oh, massively.
you know, he looks like he can just get ragdolled everywhere.
No.
But he's actually got some strength there. I don't know where it is.
It's like that poor man strength. He just because I reckon players must underestimate him. He hits the line. It's like, oh sweet, oh shit.
Yeah.
He's just broken through. Like, yeah. Shout out to the Cowboys. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
about the
they
Cowboys,
seem to.
but they're winning.
They look a lot better. Like even when they were winning before, they looked not great. But they actually looked really good.
I'm a bit of mind blank. Their hooker, he was exceptional.
Reece Robinson.
Going to the Chooks. Chooks are loving that.
Yeah.
If that's how he's going to play most weeks, you'll fucking be very happy.
Mm.
The Green Machine 50 defeat the Parramatta Eels at 12.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, man. 25, 22 to go. It just floodgates.
Oh, I think
Fatigue?
it was over well and truly before then.
Bro, can we have a conversation? Do you reckon Huddy Young's the best back row right now? Round 7 right now.
He's probably the form back rower.
Mate,
I
he
would
can
say.
just get through a hole like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Against anyone. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Raiders just... They weirdly have talent everywhere too. Like, you really look at their side, it's littered with talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Nicholson's. They got Zach Hodgkin back this week.
They've got the forward pack, and now those youngsters that have kind of been given a couple of years in first grade and haven't shown a lot. They've shown glimpses, but now they're starting to get a bit more consistency behind them and showing up a bit more. And just those little effort areas, they're getting right more often than not now.
Yep.
So, whereas before they were quite a very inconsistent team.
Yep. With
and Fogarty's like he's the man for that consistency. Like he's just doing his part. He doesn't do anything flash. He does
his job.
He doesn't get 50 try assists a season. He'll get a couple,
30.
but he'll kick well. He'll get them out of trouble when they need it. He'll manage the game well. If they get it in front, he normally knows what to do to handle those situations. And
Now with him leaving at the end of the year, because like it's pretty much he's somewhat confirmed it.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders haven't said that they want him. Which is surprising. I don't know why.
Ethan Strange is there though. It's like
I get it. They've got Ethan Strange. They've got the Sanders, who was from Parramatta.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of. Sanders, sorry.
Who's got big raps on him, but
I
don't know. While Fogarty's still going around, surely he's
got enough 2 years easily.
Experienced halfbacks that can game manage they're hard to find. You don't get them from the young players. You need the experience for that. So I'm surprised they're letting him go. But anyway.
Very Parramatta-esque.
From the Raiders.
I wish that young fella Sanders stayed at... No, what's his name?
Sanders.
Is it Sanders? He stayed at Parramatta. Man, he looked so good in the couple games you gave him.
Yeah.
Fuck, the one against Manly especially. When he was just passionate, having a dig. Yeah. Now with Brown going, it's like,
with no disrespect to... Obviously, we haven't had Moses, but no disrespect to Hawkins. He's been... average at best.
But he just game manages. He doesn't break.
But he hasn't been game managing. He's been trying to game manage, but he can't.
That's true.
Kicking it out on the fall isn't the best for the game management. But
Storm 42 defeat the Warriors at 14.
Yes.
Get that up, your Wires fans. Where are you now this week?
There you go.
No, I'm joking. Relax. It was a joke. Well, that 2 games out of Sydney is looking a bit better. That was in Melbourne, but that would still count.
Well, it was 2 games in Australia, I said. Not just Sydney.
I thought you just said
Nah,
Sydney. Well, you're fucking real. Okay. I think they might just get you. I think Origin, they're going to pick up a few.
They might scrape their way to 3. We'll see.
Melbourne that first half was just absolutely clinic. That was I rewatched it. That first half. Holy shit. Then the Warriors woke up and had a crack.
Did they?
Well, second half. First half, it was just a beatdown. West Tigers 20 defeated the Newcastle Knights 4.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something very controversial here. Knights fans might be out my neck, and I mean this. The Parramatta Eels, with the squad they have right now, are in a better spot than the Newcastle Knights, and I stand by that. I don't know what to think of the Knights anymore. They've scored 4 points in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Look, their attack's awful at the moment. I don't know what's going on there. I think there's still good signs defensively. They're actually doing pretty well. Defensively
amazing, but
last week against the Doggies, I thought that was outstanding, their defence, especially in that first half. So there's enough there to show that they're capable of winning games, but they've got to fix their attack. I don't know what's happening there.
I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
They've got no halves. They've got a winger and a makeshift hooker.
But who's
playing in your halves?
Why would you put Phoenix at 7? He can't play 7.
It's poor coaching.
It's horrible coaching.
Adam O'Brien can't coach. He's got to go. I would be shocked if he lasts a year.
And everyone's going to say, but Cogger was a sore finger. Hastings was having a kid. Hastings hasn't been getting picked.
Yeah.
And Cogger's been out of the favour.
Yeah.
As soon as he can, he drops Cogger every single time.
But surely they've got some halfback in, New South Wales Cup or even Jersey Flag that they can chuck in. Like, you've got to have one half somewhere. I just don't understand the obsession with not playing Hastings, to be honest.
You know what the thing that bothers me the most? Kalen Ponker. KP is kicking on the fifth tackle 75% of the game.
Well, he's playing 6, he's playing 7, he's playing 1. He's
exhausted.
He's trying to do it all.
What's Bradman Best been doing? When he puts a sky blue jersey on, he looks like the greatest centre to ever walk the earth.
Yeah.
When he puts the Newcastle Knights blue and red, MIA. Like, I don't know. I look at the Eels and I can see the direction. I look at the Knights, I'm like, they're still stuck in 2017. It's 2025 and they're still in 2017.
I can see the Knights doing well. They need to change a coach, but
they're going to lose their best forward at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Reset. What do they do now? Saifidi's gone. Jacobs hurt his calf running onto the field. And now Thompson's going at the end of the year.
I still think they'll be, making their way. I think they'll still be fighting for a spot in the 8 end of year.
Yeah. Like they're forced to start Croker this week because he's up against AFB.
Yeah.
AFB's going to maul him after 50 minutes. He might get the wood over him early, but later in the game, I hope the Knights win, but I just don't know.
I mean, it's shown for years that defense wins comps, right?
It does.
So defensively, that I think they've done well. The Tigers threw plenty at him, and to only concede 20 points, they just look so horrible in attack. As I said, Pong is trying to play 3 positions, and it's not working.
Teams have worked him out.
Yeah.
Bomb to him because he's going to pass to the winger to get some rest.
Yeah. And Marju is just a liability.
He can't catch.
Yeah. I think after that...
teams have worked it out.
I think after watching that Doggies game, every other team in the competition is saying, right, fifth tackle, we're kicking at Marju every single time. Every single fifth tackle is going to go to Marju. This week, the Sharkies... Every single fifth tackle, they're going to kick up at Marju.
Just jam. Cop the. He might get 10 metres, but he's going to drop 3.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. Because you look at Schiller. Schiller can catch. He runs the same amount of metres as Marju does. Not the same amount of tackle breaks, but the same metres. I don't know. Wait till he versus the Eels. Mitchell Moses is going to go short side every fifth tackle and just bomb to the corner. He's cooked.
He'll probably score 4 tries against Parramatta.
No, he won't. Parramatta's edge are going to kill him.
I don't know about that.
Lomax is going to be... let's just say, hypothetically, Lomax wasn't hurt. Imagine Lomax just putting pressure on Marju. He's cooked. He does the best kick pressure player I've ever seen. Lomax. He's like Luke Lewis. Any kick goes up, they're through the line, they're bumping. I don't know. I'm really worried for the Knights. I'm really, really worried.
Yeah.
I'm so worried for the Knights.
I don't think they're as far away as what you're making them out to be.
I think they're so far away. I think they should be top 6. They have the team to challenge for a top 6 spot.
That's what I mean. I think they've got the team and they've got the defence. It's just sorting out the attack.
Is it O'Brien has he started to lose the locker room?
I think he's lost it for years.
I think he's a horrible coach.
Yeah.
Mid-game adjustments.
I've never rated him as a coach.
It's the same shit every week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel bad for Knights fans. It must be... They turn up too. Those motherfuckers turn up. Yeah. But they went through a 2016 season where they won 2 games. They turn up. Poor Knights. Sorry. Anyway. And the Bulldogs won the bye.
They did. Go the Doggies.
Go the Dogs.
Let's get on to this week, eh?
Round 7 already.
Round 7.
Crazy.
Lucky number 7. Lucky for some, unlucky for others.
Wow, what a weird night. Seagulls, Dragons at Manly on a Thursday.
Yeah, they don't normally play there on Thursday, do
voodoo.
they?
I don't know if I'm going to pick Manly this week.
Normally your Thursday nights are like your, I don't know. Nah.
It's either really good
or
really shit.
Yeah.
There's none, this is all right.
It's like, this feels like a Saturday 5:30 game.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a Thursday.
Who wins this one? You know what? I'm going to get the Red V. I liked what I saw from the Red V. I don't think Olakau'atu's in a bit of doubt. I think he got named, but that shoulder wasn't good against the Sharks.
I'm going Manly.
His shoulder was fucked.
I'm going Manly just because it's a brookie. I think they'll be...
But it's not Sunday. Right. I'm scared.
It's not Sunday.
It's on Sunday or a Saturday.
No, but it's a different vibe. Like a Thursday night at Brookie is like it'll bring out the
diehards.
Yeah.
The nuffies.
Yeah. But they'll be playing. They won't be playing. Their attacking, entertaining kind of thing.
Finals footy.
It'll be
We need this.
It'll be getting in the dogfight.
Yeah.
They're going to play dirty. They're going to get...
Shane Flanagan loves a dogfight. We know this from those Sharks teams. He loves it when it's 16-14. So, I'm going Dragons.
You're going Dragons? Nah, I'll go the Manly.
Okay. Doggies versus rabbits. Good Friday clash. Now,
They're going to get a big crowd here, apparently.
60,000. $10 tickets.
Over 70. Over 70,000, they reckon.
It's smart. $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
How good's that?
Yeah, and no service fee. No ticket tech.
No,
You know.
$2.70 fucking bullshit.
No, it's up to fucking $8 now. You try and buy tickets. They fucking
Jesus
$8
fucking Christ.
for service and what the fuck are they handling?
They're just fucking sending you the ticket. I'll put you.
They've sent a fucking automated email in. That's all they've done.
Do you want your ticket printed or on your phone?
I have to fucking do it. I have to select the options. It's not like I'm speaking to actually someone. I'm not speaking to fucking Margaret who's behind the computer saying, "Hey, here's your tickets. I'll happily pay $8 for that little customer service."
Question. So if you're paying for the ticket at the gate, are you still copping a Margaret fee? Like you've spoken to Margaret now. Here's your ticket. $3 for speaking to Margaret, for making Margaret do her job.
That's a good question. I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy tickets at the gates any day.
For those who buy tickets at the
Can you
gate
do it?
for like let's just say the Rabbits versus Tigers, respectfully, let us know.
Yeah.
Let's know a bit of a bludger. Any sort of Rabbits game because they get fucking 3,000 to their home games.
Because it used to be something cool, like when you actually got the ticket and it was like that laminated
Sharks versus Eels,
that
round
laminated
9.
material,
Yeah.
and it was you held it and you're like, well, this is fucking
I feel
fancy.
fancy.
Yeah.
Now it's just on beep.
Now it's like it's on your phone. It's just a fucking QR code.
Yeah. It is. It's true.
I used to collect tickets.
That's crazy. So for certain concerts, I used to have like Stereosonic, fucking Kanye West before he went psychopathic. 2014, guys, relax. I didn't know he was going to turn into what he is today. Throw the form out the window, but I think dogs obviously will turn it into a dogfight as they normally have this year.
Yeah.
I don't think Rabbitohs can match him for 80 minutes.
This game always kind of like the form kind of goes out the window. It's one of those games
100%.
where both teams get up for it, the huge crowd. I think it's going to be majority Bulldog supporters, and I think they're going to get them across the line.
It's going to be amazing to watch. I'm so keen.
But in saying that, they are due for a loss.
Lacey's birthday.
There you go. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Yep, get around her. I'm going Dogs to win 20-16. I think it's going to be that sort of gritty.
I'm with you. I think it'll be close.
Gritty.
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be low scoring. The weather's going to be good, but I think it's...
I think Latrell's going to tuck the ball up this week. Really take some pressure off the outside men.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm still not convinced with the Doggies' attack. I think there's work to be done there.
I was going to ask you,
especially with no burden. Kikau's been named on the extended bench.
He's sneaking, he's creeping.
Sneaking his way in. I don't think he plays, but
I was going to ask you this question. I think the Bulldogs do have the ability to score 40, but this might sound dumb, but I think they want you to come down to their level.
I don't think they have the ability to score 40 against the good sides. I think they have
good sides different. Sorry,
I think they have ability to rack up points against poor defenses because they're quite structured, and they're relentless and they're fit.
But have you seen it when the ball goes out of play? They're fit as fuck, but as soon as that ball goes out of play, hands on their heads, it's so funny. They lock in.
Yeah.
As soon as that ball's in play, the Bulldogs boys lock the fuck in.
Yeah.
The second the ball goes out, it's on the sidelines, on their knees. Like, I think the loss is coming, but I don't think it's this week.
I think it's coming. I think.
Wait till
what
they
are we
verse
round
like
7? What's next week? Broncos. I reckon they lose that one. There you go.
I think they pump the Broncos. Physically,
round 9.
Oh, magic round.
I can't see them getting to round 9, magic round. That could be a loss. That could be a scary game for the Bulldogs.
That will be the one.
The Titans.
The Titans.
Titans in magic round. Lock them in for a loss there.
Magical things happen there. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Dogs.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just in a close one.
But it would not shock me purely because they're fucking due.
Exactly.
And
I don't believe in that Jew shit anymore, dude.
I believe it. I'm still a degenerate gambler.
Anyways, Dolphins versus the Storm at Suncorp. Now, Dolphins' form at Suncorp is good. I'm picking the Storm.
Yes, I'm with you.
Sorry, Dolphins fans.
Storm's form at Suncorp is also outstanding. They've got
mate,
they've got an exceptional record.
It's like their second home.
I think their record's better at Suncorp than it is in Amy Park.
This could be a danger game.
Now, Saturday, 5:30, the Warriors and the Brisbane Broncos in Auckland.
Go media.
So they are a chance.
Start.
They are a chance in that country.
I think they could beat the Bronx. Will they beat the Bronx? I don't know, but I think they can.
I think they're in with it. I'm with you, actually.
I'm going to tip the Wires. I don't know, just what the Broncos threw out last week. They look fatigued.
I would not be surprised. The Warriors are just a different beast at home.
Mate, they turn it like... Actually, I might take that back. Fish is out.
Or is he? Yeah,
I just realised Fish is out.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going Broncos.
I'm going to come back to you.
And Capewell's in the centres, so Shibasaki could have
a field
day. Friend of the show, of course.
He's turned into one of the great centres, hasn't he? He does it all too.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to tip the Bronx only on the fact that Fish is out.
Yeah.
And then when they win, they're going to say, you jealous? Yeah, you two white boys suck. I don't mind it when they give a shit, but when they add our colour, I'm like, what's with us? We're white.
Nah, the colour.
What the fuck have we done?
Say what you want. I don't care.
If we were red, would you say these red fellas?
Probably.
Sure.
If I was looking at these red guys, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with these blokes?
I shouldn't have used red.
Yeah.
Roosters versus the Penrith Panthers at Allianz Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Is this the one that are they going to come good? They've got to come good.
I'm tipping them as a regular team. I'm tipping the Roosters.
Yeah.
Allianz, the Roosters.
I mean, on
Tedesco.
form, you got to tip the Roosters, but
then again, they can throw up a shit one.
I don't know. I just can't.
He's hanging on for dear life, poor Will.
And I hate the fucking Panthers.
You do.
I don't know. They've scarred me. And I just feel like they're going to come good because they always do. And every time you think, oh, no, that's it. They're done. They're cooked. Then they keep coming back.
52-0.
They keep coming back like a fucking toxic ex. You just can't get rid of them.
If McLean would just pass the ball to Jenkins, they win 2 out of their last 3.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
The little moments, they're just not nailing.
Cleary's got another week under his belt. With any team with Cleary in it, you just can't write off, can you?
What about the Wires? They got Jet. Got to be specific.
Maybe they should play him.
I think they've been fucking putting a few. Just fucking play him. I've seen a lot of comments. Just play him. He's a Cleary. I respect that. I'm going the Roosters still. Teddy's going to have a fucking 16 tackle breaks like he normally does, slipping off 16 tackles. His ass cheeks will be out at some point.
Yeah. That's always hot.
Very hot. Who you going? He's still hanging on.
KO gets a good pause during those moments.
God, Will's fantasies getting revealed.
I'm going Panthers. I'm going Panthers. I'm giving them one more.
VJ, mate, I tried. I'm sorry.
Who they got next week? If they lose this week, I'm not tipping them next week.
No, I reckon they pump the Seagulls. I don't know why. I just had that. Maybe it's because I hate the Seagulls.
This is their last chance. If they don't win this, I'm not tipping them again for the rest of the year.
You said that about the Titans and then you started tipping them because I did. You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, the Titans are different.
Remember when I got them like 5 weeks in a row and you're sitting there going, how have you done this?
It's Desi's hair. He just... he lures you back in.
Speaking about hair, Kieran fought on Sunday night with Matty Johns the other night. God, his hair's looking Desi-like. If Cherry goes
contagious.
If Cherry goes to the fucking Titans next year and comes in with a full head of hair glistening, I'll be shocked.
It's like pedophiles handing out candy or lollies to the kids walking past.
What?
It's like Desi with his hair. He's just...
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was like, what is this reference?
No, it's like Desi with his hair. He just lures them in.
Yeah.
Lures them in with the hair.
Hair drops every day.
Strands of hair, just flicking them out.
Lassoing them with his hair.
Casting them out and then pull them in. So that's...
Plenty of pulling in the Gold Coast.
And on that note, I'm tipping Desi's Hazel's hair to get the job over.
No, there's no chance of winning
over Ricky Stewart.
There's no chance Ricky's gonna let that happen. We got the Titans versus the Raiders at Titanland.
I reckon Desi puts a spell on Ricky.
Yeah, but I would agree with you. But they can't kick the ball. KO Weeks can't catch the ball, but the Titans can't kick the ball at the moment. So who wins? I think, honestly, it's going to be a battle of Huddy Young versus Fafita. And I think it's going to be a real fun one, but I think Canberra are just going to fucking dogfight it out.
Yeah.
I think Sebastian Krish could be over for his typical two tries.
Could be.
Every fucking week. He's so good. We've got to start talking about he's such a good centre.
He's pretty good.
He scores. He's a sports bet's worst nightmare. Just put money on him and Hudson Young, you're good.
There you go.
I'm going to go the Raiders.
Go on the Titans.
God, here we go.
Go on the Titans. Shout out to Desi.
Sunday, 4 p.m. at the Newcastle Knights, the Old Boys' Day against the Sharks.
It's the Old Boys' Day.
I'm really hoping that does something for Newey.
They always fire up for Old Boys' Day.
After last week, they've got to do something.
Even when they were like, having their shit years, they always fired up for Old Boys' Day.
I will say this. Ponga historically plays very well against the Sharks. I'm going to tip my side because I hate Newcastle. I don't know why I hate them. I just do.
Yeah, what? There's no like...
I don't know. They just used to take all our players.
No?
All the time. Like, fuck off. Fucking Neville Costigan. No, I'm joking. But I'm going to tip my team. I think
the great Kate Snowden.
Snowden was one of them. The guy, Jeremy Smith, pinched him off us. He was in career best form. Shout out the Knights. We beat you 68-0 in 2016. Best day of my life.
There you
go. Anyways, I'm going to pick the Sharks, but I really do hope the Knights have a fucking red-hot attempt. I hope it's like a 32-28. Just so the fans can see
glimpses.
It.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it.
Yeah, I'm going the Sharks. I think the Sharks are going to score too many points.
Now, my quick question before this. If the Knights lose this one, how long does Adam O'Brien last? Because the comment sections are getting flooded with Adam O'Brien hate. They're just slowly chipping away.
I reckon he's gone before
round 10.
I was going to say 12.
Ooh, you're going to give him 5 weeks.
I'll go 12.
Yep.
Give him 5 weeks.
I like that.
Give him 2 weeks, 2 losses.
Yep.
Then the pressure builds for a couple of weeks, then he's gone.
I guess if they lose to like the Eels, respectfully, I think that'll be the knife in the coffin sort of thing. The bye. No, the Eels got the bye. Yeah, if they lose, okay, I take that back.
They lose to the Warriors.
If they lose to the Warriors, and
there's things happen in Magic Round, right? They lose to the Bunnies in Magic Round. I reckon then that's going to be the.
Why don't we get the shit slot?
Friday 6 p.m. Magic Round. Yeah, there you go.
The one year I went, that was the shittest slot. No one turned up.
Yeah, why would you?
True. Good stadium though.
There you go. Might go next year.
I think the Knights are cooked. What
Yeah.
again?
Huh?
Oh, that's this week. Sorry, that tripped me
Relax.
out. West Tigers versus the Eels.
Moses is back.
Hey, even Jesus Christ couldn't have wrote this better. Moses back on Easter.
He's going to part the black and orange seas.
Buller is going to cop some of the most outrageous kicks of all time. I think Moses is going to take the air out of the ball and just boot that thing all day long. What was your hot take that you told me pre-show?
Well, I think the Eagles are going to win.
And the other hot take about Moses
I don't remember.
getting a record.
A record?
You said that Moses is going to beat Toby Sexton's record. No, was it you?
What was the record? I don't know what you're on
I've
about.
had too many Eels fans messaging me today. Actually, it was Tom, actually, an Eels fan. Eels diehard. He goes, I think Moses is going to break Toby Sexton's record for kicks meters in the game. I said, wouldn't that mean you're in your own 20 and 30 all day? He goes, yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, okay. No, I see it. That wasn't my take, but I'll back it.
If you like.
I'll back it.
Degenerate gambler comes out again. Let's go through our tips quickly. I'm going to go...
Well, just quickly on this game. We'll talk.
Actually, I might join you.
You can't just scrap over. This is the Easter Monday blockbuster.
I might join you.
Yeah.
I think a bit of turmoil.
No Galvin.
He's not playing for the rest of the year.
And I'll tell you what, the club is split, I think. I think there's, players that are not happy there. I think it's Benji's not happy that he's been called out as a coach. I don't know. I reckon there's a lot of problems in the Tigers, a lot of distractions.
I so badly want to pick the Eels.
It's at Combank. Parramatta play good at Combank. They don't play good anywhere else, but they play good there.
I only say this because the last time Moses first came back, we went to the game together. It was Sharks v Eels, and Moses put on an absolute fucking clinic.
Yeah.
Like, clinic.
Yeah. He's the captain. It's the first game that he's ever going to be captain for Parramatta.
And if you've been to a Parramatta game, you know how passionate Moses is. Sometimes he crosses the line with what he says, but they'll get around it for him. I think Terrell...
No Sean Lane. He's been dropped.
Oh, that helped. Hey, you're starting to sell me here. But I'm not like VJ. I'm not getting sold a false dream. There's two guys that change it for me. Terrell Davis-May
Yeah.
and Bole. I think they could be the difference for the Tigers today in that clash.
You got Junior Paulo.
12 Davis, mate. I'm going to pick the Tigers.
Kelma Tuolangi.
I'm going to pick the Tigers in a close one. I'll give you that. Well, Matt Dury's back. Hold on now.
That changes things.
Okay, if Matt Dury plays 32 minutes, I'm tipping the Eels.
If he plays exactly 32
32 or
minutes.
more.
Oh.
Not 32 on the dot. 32 or more, I'm riding with the Eels because of my boy Dury. If he plays less than 32, Tigers. How about that? Is that fair?
That's
I
fair.
like Dury.
All right.
Big fan of Dury. I don't know why you hate him. I think he's a good forward, to be honest. They've literally told him to put on size and he's done it to help out. Better than Lane.
Then we've got about 10-second rowers and they're like, all better
Didn't
than Dory.
Madison get dropped again?
Yeah. I don't think he was that bad either. He was probably like one of our better ones last week. I don't understand. Like, why is he playing reserve grade? Why is fucking Cartwright playing reserve? I just don't get it.
Surely
I
Riles.
don't understand Jason Riles. Like,
Do you reckon Madison's just said, mate, this is my last year?
I don't know.
Just letting you know. Do you reckon it's sort of like that? Man to man, he said, look,
But then why pick him last week?
because I had no one else.
Yeah, but why pick him last week? And then this week we're like, nah, mate. After he performed like
Yeah,
decently.
true. He wasn't that bad.
Like, strange. Well, he's 18th man, so he might get a run. Who knows?
Poor Brandon Haynes.
But
How is Sam Ronnie not getting a run
I don't know.
over
I know it's early, but I don't like
Roger
Jason
Toole?
Riles.
I like him.
I don't know.
Let's go
I
through
know,
our tips.
I know it's early days, and you got to let time. But just some of these decisions.
Time will heal the pain.
Nah,
Trust me,
some of these like he comes in, he gets rid of Gutho.
Look,
How's that turned out?
No,
Not
I don't
good.
think that. Look, I think that was pre him.
No, I don't think so.
I think the Eels board would just randomly off Gutho.
Why would the board
I
do
know,
it without a
but
coach? I mean, it does sound like something Parramatta would do, but it
I don't know. It just
doesn't make sense.
He's like, I say this with the utmost respect. I see Gutho as more of a club legend than Sterling, right? But I don't.
I don't know about that.
But this is the thing. I don't appreciate Sterling like others do.
Yeah.
I love Gutho, so it's
Yeah.
a lot of bias, you know.
Yeah,
So let's get through our tips.
let's do it.
Eagles, Sea Eagles,
The Sea Eagles.
Sea Eagles versus Dragons.
I'm going the Seagulls.
I'm going the Dogs. Bulldogs versus Rabbits.
Going on the doggies there.
I'm jumping on the Doggies.
I think the drums will be beating.
There will be stupid amounts of drums. Dolphins versus Storm. I'm going the Storm in an absolute bashing.
Yeah, I'm going Storm.
Warriors versus Broncos.
I'm going the Bronx.
I'm going the Wars.
You're going the Wars.
I'm going the Wars.
Wow.
Go Media. Just something about it.
Wow.
The drums out there. Something about Go Media. Roosters versus Panthers. I'm going the Roosters. Let's just get it out of the way. It's going to be a Teddy-a-thon.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
It's going to be a Teddy-a-thon, dude. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I'm going Panthers.
Holding on for dear life.
I'm
Panthers
giving him
fans
one more.
already.
Giving him
Get
one more
ready.
chance.
Desi's, Titans versus Rickies, Raiders.
I'm going the
That's
Desies. It's the battle of the coaches. This
I'm
is-
going the Rickies.
You're going the Rickies. I'm going the
Sticks.
Desies.
The Adam O'Briens versus the Sharks.
I'm going the Sharkies.
I'm going to tip my team here. Knights made me very sad watching football last week.
But I think at home, Old Boys Day, I think they'll give them a run for money.
Surely they've got a
I think they'll be up for it, but I just think the Sharks will have too many points.
Yep. Tigers versus the Eels.
I'm going the Mighty Eels.
I'm going the Tigers unless Matt Dury plays 32 or more minutes.
He probably does. 32 minutes.
Surely
That's not
he
much.
does, right? They're not
So,
easy.
so you're tipping the Eels.
Well, imagine if he gets subbed off at 31. Depression. Actually, he probably will.
He'll play 32
They haven't
minutes.
got a big bench.
Nah.
They've only got him and
There's Dylan Walker.
Tavuki, whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
He must have been hungry.
Yeah, I reckon he plays probably 45 minutes, Dury.
There are tips.
So
Get around 'em.
you're tipping the Dories.
Well, I'm tipping the Tigers initially, but then if Mr. Dury scores plays 32 minutes, the tip will be swapping to the Eels.
Wow. Big call.
So I'm probably tipping
You're
the
tipping
Eels.
the Eels because he'll get 32 minutes for
I'll
sure.
put a little, yeah.
There you go.
Eels fans, I'm on your side.
Wow.
Ex-fan.
There you go.
Ex-supporter.
This is the first game that I've tipped the Eels all year.
No, you didn't. You tipped them last week.
No, I changed it.
Dog. Poor VJ.
Changed it. Sorry,
Maybe
VJ.
that was your little plan all along. Get a little gap on VJ. Should we get into the biggest talking point of the NRL calendar, the NRL week, the week that was?
They're keeping Braithen Astor busy on NRL 360.
His lips must be sore. He's poor fella. And he's got to sit opposite Buzz. Like, I don't feel...
And next to Gordy.
I feel
Fuck
for...
Gordy pissed me off. I've actually been watching NRL 360. I don't know why.
He can't string a sentence together, eh?
But he has a point and he fucking goes on with it and you're like, fuck up, cunt.
If they're not Queenslanders, he doesn't give a fuck, eh?
Yeah. Like they're saying how Galvin, right? How, they should play him in reserve grade, which is, probably fair enough.
Fair enough.
And Braith is like, that's not realistically going to happen. Like he's going to get a release, all that. Which they're not going to see him playing reserve grade for 2 years.
No, he'll play this year, not next year.
He's going to get not straight away, but and then Gordy's like, well, no, why can't they? Back in my day, I had to play. I'll tell you what happened. I signed for Brisbane. You know what St. George did? They dropped me to reserve grade. And you know what? Good on them. They should have done that. They've done the right thing. You know why? Because I signed for another club. And people trying to get their point across. No, because St. George did it to me. Fuck. Anyway, that's my Gordy, right? He fucking pisses me off. Anyway.
The yarn is that Galvin's officially told
Yes.
the Tigers that he will no longer be playing for them and departing in 2026.
2026,
Onwards.
2027.
Yeah, so end of 2026. However you want
Yeah.
to.
So he's still got a year, almost 2 years, right, left on his contract.
What are your initial thoughts? Like, as a what are your initial thoughts?
Oh, I think it's pretty poor form from all parties. I think there's been a lot of mistakes
messy.
for it to get to this point.
Very messy.
I think there's a lot of parties at fault. I think his manager has a lot to do with it.
That Isaac Moses.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I think that the NRL needs to fix this.
Yeah. Look,
Not just for this situation, for any player.
I think most people around the NRL kind of know that he's a bit of a leech and he's probably one of the biggest grubs in the NRL.
Crazy,
But
Teddy.
in saying that, a lot of people are forgetting that Galvin also asked for a release last year, like on multiple occasions.
That's my point exactly.
So how much of this is actually the major and how much is Galvin leading it and saying, I want out?
I definitely think it's 50-50.
Yeah.
But continue.
So I think the way that it's been handled, the timing of it, as I said, there's
dumb.
there's 2 years almost for it to be handled. I think if this was happening towards the end of the year, different story. You kind of can almost stomach it a little bit more. Like, look at Dylan Brown, and that's for next year, right? He's leaving at the end of this year. It's still this season, and then all of next year. I just cannot get my head around how you can make a decision around a club that early. And the excuse that he's coming up with is about
load of shit.
development, and he doesn't see himself being able to be developed to his potential at
Under
the Tigers.
Benji.
One of the great halfbacks.
One of the great
or
6s,
5'8" of all
7s.
times. One of the great halves. And if anyone can develop you, I think it's going to be him. And
It's frustrating. Poor Benji.
he hasn't given himself, they've been, as I said, 6 rounds into the competition. He's next to Luai, who's won 4 comps.
Aren't they 7th? They're 7th.
They're doing well. He's playing good footy. So I don't understand in terms of his development. I thought he's developed really, really well and very,
Same.
very quickly.
People have had a whole year to work out his game.
There's not, yeah.
So he's not as explosive and
Yeah.
on the scene, but he's still playing good football.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I just don't get a lot of it. And from all reports, the contract was plenty of money.
Well, Tigers have come out and said it was $1 million a year for 5 years.
Yeah.
Tigers have been very transparent. He's going to be the largest paid youth player in our club.
So I don't know whether there's other problems, whether there's issues with certain players that he doesn't like. The players have obviously come out afterwards and said that they don't want him in the team. So, You know, was there already kind of a divide there?
Yep.
You know, just from the outside looking in, it seems like he's probably a bit up himself. He's got a bit of an ego behind him.
I think you need to have an ego as an athlete, but within reason.
You do, but
Within reason.
you're also a 19-year-old kid that's realistically
Bro.
done nothing.
No one.
He's got great potential for sure.
Mate, potential through the roof.
But at the end of the day, like just, I don't know, cool your jets a bit.
100%. Now, public service announcement. He does not deserve all the hate he's copying.
No.
He has made a decision as an adult. Yes, he's 19 and we've all been 19. Look back to when you were 19. If your dirtiest laundry got aired, you would be mortified. It's happening to him.
Yeah.
So I hope whoever's around him is really supporting him because, mate, I've only seen negativeness.
Yeah. I think, look, he's got every right to leave.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know, if he doesn't like the Tigers for whatever reason, whether it is the coaching, whether it's the players, whatever the reason is,
Travel,
whatever
he's
got every right to leave.
Is, yep.
I just think the timing's very poor.
Very poor.
And it's disappointing for Tigers fans. But I don't think it's like, you know, you should fucking
abuse
cane him for it.
Truly
Like
abuse him online.
You know, it's
now let's get through a timeline because you brought up something right at the start that a lot of people have just forgotten about who are defending Galvin. He wanted to leave last year and he was very open about it.
Yeah.
And Benji said, mate, just give me the rest of your contract and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Benji swallowed his pride, swallowed his ego and said, I'll start you. If you can just chill out, you're getting a start.
Yeah.
They've gone out, spent big money on the white, somehow got Terrell Davis-May and very good pieces around him. Like pieces that ex-Tigers players are probably scratching their head going, where the fuck was that when I was there?
Yeah.
So they've truly tried to make him happy. It's quite obvious now that we know what the dirty laundry is. Like you, I think it's horrible timing. Why not quietly by round 18, as they're possibly fighting for a final spot, head into Benji's office and say, hey, mate, look, I've really been thinking about this long and hard, 18 weeks now. I don't think I want to be here beyond this season. Yeah. That gives the Tigers five regular season rounds to figure out trade scenarios, player swaps.
And we've still got another year after that. Like,
That's what I mean.
It's not like he's gone at the end of this year.
The timing's horrible. The timing is so poor. If that's...
Like he can't even negotiate with other teams until November this year.
And now teams that want Galvin are going to go, look what this guy's doing in round 6. He'll do it to us.
But no one can formally table him an offer until November. So there's no point. I just do not get how it's beneficial for him. I don't get how it's beneficial for the manager.
Exactly.
Unless the whole plan of it is to get an early release.
Yep. But like you should
for more money, which
he said it wasn't about the money because they wouldn't even view the contract.
Yeah,
they pretty much said you could give me $2 million a year. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah,
which is very. But
strange. Again, like why come out now and say that? I think and I think this is where the manager comes into play, and I think he's told him to do it now.
Yeah,
so he can get a release, and so he can because he's on like 300,000 at the moment.
Yeah. Mate, if I was 19 on 300,000...
You know, get a trade and say to Parramatta, for instance.
He's going to Parra.
Or the Doggies
it's
or
either
whoever.
Doggies or Parra. Yeah. Let's be realistic.
And say, you know, we'll give him an early release, but you have to give us $600K.
Yeah, you have to pay a portion of the contract.
You know, so...
Or a player swap.
I think that's what the manager's trying to get out of it.
Yep, 100%.
Because otherwise there is no reason whatsoever to be doing it this early. And
agreed.
You know, yeah.
This is my other point. It's like... theoretically, let's say it's the Eels.
And
the Tigers are on the incline.
Yeah.
The Eels are a steady flat line at the moment. No good, no bad.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Look, I don't think it's that bad, but I get where you're coming from. Why?
Yeah.
My question is, why did the family? He's obviously talked to his family because he lives at home.
Yeah.
Isaac Moses and himself. Why did they, as you said, why did they think round 6, my team's coming 7th? This is the last point I want to say, and this is where I think Benji is a better man than any of us could ever be. So Galvin's obviously come up to Benji, probably told him first. Benji's told him to address their team.
Yeah.
Benji was willing to swallow his pride, select him for this week.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've been training for the week. the senior players, Coruscant and Luai, which is what we're led to believe reportedly, have come and said, if you select him, etc., we're off, yeah. Don't select us.
Yeah.
So now Benji's been forced to select, Dewey in the 6 and 7s with Luai. I think what Luai did was acceptable, but I think what Taruva did was just a proper dog shot.
Yeah.
I think Luai is trying to build a culture at the Tigers. Team first, everyone buys in. But Taruva's was just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Taruva needs PR training. He truly needs PR training.
Yeah.
Like, very stupid. Like, Galvin is 19. Let's forget that he's a footy player. He's 19. How dumb were we at 19?
And that's what makes me think that there's something more to it.
It's got to be the height.
I feel like there's something with Galvin that the team doesn't like beyond, like, before this.
Before it.
Because you don't do that to someone that you like and you get on with. Like, I don't know.
Do you reckon it's like a young Jackson Hastings at the
Could be.
Seagulls?
Could
Do you reckon
be.
it's got that sort of vibe?
Maybe,
I'm the
yeah,
man. Fuck
yeah,
you, Cherry. Fuck
yeah.
you, Foz.
Could be that way, yeah.
Stewart, whoever he was with.
I
at the
mean,
time.
like, when he's come out in the media and he's talked, he seemed like a really nice young kid, but
he's media trained.
who knows what happens? Like, anyone can, I guess, act nice for 10 minutes on camera, so.
The last point I want to finish on. If you're Benji Marshall, you must be sitting there absolutely hating yourself. No one, and I mean no other coach, active coach, is selecting 19-year-olds apart from Ricky Stewart and Benji Marshall. Look at how many 19-year-olds there are in NRL sides this weekend. One in Ricky Stewart's, I think he's 20 now, and it was Lachlan Galvin. Benji gave you the chance to shine. Benji has also let you run the team. Luai played 7, his unpreferred position, so you could play 6. Benji has done all he could to make this kid's life easy. And if I'm Benji, you would just be so upset with yourself because you got that young fella from Manly that everyone's touted is the next this and that.
I mean, Benji's doing what he can.
He's trying to do what's best
for the team.
The club,
like, you
100%. It's. I feel for him. I truly do feel for him. He's tried. Like, you cannot knock Benji's effort.
Yeah.
Like, he loves the Tigers. Benji loves the fucking Tigers, and he's tried. So, man, poor Benji.
But
he's caught in
in Galvin's defence, he's got every right to want to leave. Like,
and that's my final point. That's it. He's a full-grown man. He's made his decision with his coach, his manager, and his family.
Yeah.
He still lives at home in fucking Borka Mills or wherever he lives. So, like, leave him be.
Yeah.
I get why Tigers fans are upset. Do you understand why they're upset?
I understand why they're
Harry
upset.
Grant, this happened multiple times.
Yeah. Look, the biggest issue for me is the timing. I don't have a problem with him actually leaving.
Yep.
And I think going back to the reactions of Luai and Taruva, I think they were poor. I think Luai
stupid.
Luai's behind closed doors, I had no issue with that. If he was to, go to the boys and be like, this isn't good. We don't want him here. We're trying to build
We're building
a culture.
for the future now.
I still think like not picking him is, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I think it's a bit, like you want to win still. Like if he's in your best team, he's in your best team.
That's what I'm saying. Benji's hands are tied because he doesn't want to upset these future kids, the future crop.
Yeah.
But he knows Galvin's good enough.
That's why I
Poor
think.
Benji.
Because it's not like the Panthers boys, like when Luai and Taruva were leaving, they didn't go to Ivan and be like, hey, these guys are leaving, don't pick them.
I'll say this, though, with that, because I've heard a lot of that. They won 3 comps previous to that.
Luai had, Taruva
Taruva won
didn't.
2 or whatever he was there for. So
that's
the big difference, I truly think. Fans are okay if you've won something.
Yeah.
Like if Nico Hines, we win the comp this year, and if he said, fuck the Sharks, I'd be like, it's sweet.
Yeah.
You got us a comp. But because the Tigers have been 9th, 16th, 16th, 9th, 16th, it must be... Fans, I feel bad for them. I truly feel bad for the Tigers fans.
I don't think you can compare saying like, they left for the money and now Galvin's doing that. Like I don't get that argument. But I think there should be still a little bit of understanding from them. It's not like they're Tigers legends that have gone through the grassroots. Like they have left for whatever reason that is.
Yep.
They've still left and Galvin's leaving for his reasons. I think it's a bit harsh for them to come out and be like, don't pick him.
Same. I think he should be left.
I think they should be unhappy with it, fair. But to come out and say, do not pick the kid, like, if you're off a team first.
Do you reckon this happens at other clubs?
No, I don't think so. Not to this extent. But I think if they're all about being team first, right, are they a better team with Galvin in it?
Yeah.
So,
but now it's like, now let's look towards Fainu. Same age.
Yeah.
Same income. No, just kidding. So yeah, same age, same sort of trajectory. People thought he was going to be this thing at Manly. Manly said, fuck
but if
that.
I'm a Tigers fan, I want to see, I don't care who your 5'8", who your halfback is, right, who the players are. I don't care who's wearing the jerseys. I want to see my team playing finals footy. They haven't played finals footy in
100%.
years.
And that's what Tigers fans are saying. We'll back the club.
Yeah.
But we're upset because Galvin doesn't want to be with us.
If Tigers lose this week to Parramatta without
mate.
Galvin,
I don't know.
what's going to happen then?
I think
does Benji bring him back? Does he say to those players, look, my job's on the line here. Your jobs are on the line. We're here to win games and we're here to make finals. And our best chance of making finals is bring him. Because now that if you bring him back in after dropping him, like, can you do that now? Like, after you've dropped him, you can't in 2 weeks' time bring him back. Like,
this wouldn't be a problem if Fainu didn't have a broken finger. That's my logical point.
Yeah.
If Fainu was available, this story would have just been like, oh sweet, he's leaving, we're going to replace him. But because Fainu,
I don't think it would be though.
not as simple as that.
I think Fainu's has potential, but I think at this current moment, I think Galvin is a much better player than Fainu.
100%, I agree. But my point
so
is,
they start losing games.
Did you know who Galvin was before Benji selected him? This is my final point.
No.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
Benji gave him that start. So be somewhat.
But that doesn't matter.
We might not have seen Galvin ever in his career if Benji didn't take that massive risk. He picked him over Caesar, Dewey, Fainu.
Yeah. But that's irrelevant.
Yes and no.
That's irrelevant if you're trying to win games.
I feel like people want to...
Like, you can't go back to that argument when they're losing.
Loyalty in that. It's like, show a bit of loyalty to your coach sort of thing. I understand that point of view. It's a tricky one. He's made a decision as a man.
Yeah.
He's stuck by it. Did he do it at the wrong time? Fucking no.
Yeah.
Does he deserve to be getting probably death threats, hate mail and abuse? No.
I just think it'll be very, very interesting if Tigers lose their next couple.
Yeah, 100%.
What they do then.
Well, I think
because I feel like they've made the stand. The senior players have made the stand that they don't want him.
I think Fainu's back in 2 weeks. So,
but what do they lose with Fainu?
I think Tigers have really put their foot on the throat and said that's it.
Do you reckon Tigers fans would be happy with going from a potential finals finish to finishing, let's say, 14?
I don't think
if Fainu comes in and that all of a sudden they look worse than what they have been with Galvin.
I don't think Tigers fans will be happy regardless. They're not happy right now. I think any sort of positivity would be probably moving on. And I think the end goal for the Tigers is, at the end of this season, look for a player swap. He's happy.
Yeah.
So, example, let's just cut to the bullshit. Galvin goes to the Eels.
Yeah.
And in return, the Tigers want Kelma Tulangi. Let's just, as an example. They both agree. Now both parties are happy. They've got their man early. They've got something in return.
Yeah.
And let's just say the Tigers might say, and we're only paying 100,000 of the contract.
Yeah.
So Eels will take on, let's just say 90% of the contract. You know, that last year.
Yeah.
Even if it is only 300,000, whatever it may be. I think that's the end goal for the Tigers.
If that happens, then that's fair.
That's the end goal.
But I don't see if I'm a Tigers fan, I'm not happy with Galvin sitting in reserve grade if they're losing. If they're winning, different story. Everyone's happy, right?
Yeah, but I think Tigers
you jump on fuck Galvin, we're winning. Shouldn't have fucking dogged us. You can't. But if they're losing and he's stuck in reserve grade and you're just watching him and he's tearing up in reserve grade,
he's going to tear up in reserve grade.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be
what
interesting.
happens then?
But I think the Tigers are going to back. They've made their stance.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to back it, whether they finish second or 15th.
Well, I think they have to now.
Yeah, they will.
Because if
they've made
that stance, the senior players have made that stance. They've come out publicly and on social media and basically crucified the bloke. If they they've done that. That's been done, right?
Yep.
If they bring him back in, you're not going to have any kind of how are they going to play together? Like
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why Luai and senior players went, can you please not pick him?
Yeah.
Because this sounds horrible, but I think it's true. And it's happened in teams. You've seen it. If Galvin was to make a mistake, example, 32 minutes in, Galvin drops the ball, second off the ruck.
Yeah.
99% of the time, most players
no
will
one's
go,
going over and patting his head.
Most players will go, it's all good, buddy.
Yeah.
If he drops the ball, do you truly... I think they're professional enough to go, it's all right, bud.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be the same. It'd be very...
cold.
It'd be very professional and we move.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be, it's all right, bud, like, we one set.
Yeah.
And I think if he gets selected and plays bad, I think it could be worse because Tigers fans have been through so much shit, more than any other club.
Yeah.
And I think they would just become unbearable. Like, it would be worse than booing.
Yeah.
I could see things getting thrown.
Yeah.
I could see, like, racist remarks. They'd just start tearing him apart. We're talking about Tigers fans. Like, they've been through a fair bit of shit.
Yeah.
So it turned into the Bulldogs clash when they threw all the bottles at the ref. I think it could seriously...
Bring it back.
It could get pretty bad. Like, so I think it's probably a good thing for Galvin long term. Seriously. Getting dropped.
I think so.
Could be the best thing for
let's
him.
move on because I feel like I'm on an episode of NRL 360 and I don't like it.
Yeah, we need someone like with dementia. who can we get?
We need our buzz to... guys.
Yeah, who's our buzz? VJ. No. I actually said VJ talks with a different point of view that I really like. He's really different. He was challenging you last week and you were a bit... You were stumped.
I like being challenged. Challenge me. Do it. I dare you.
Anyways, Bitcoin update since you finally got your phone.
Yes. I didn't have it last week.
Salivating.
I know. They had to wait 2 weeks for this.
Oi, the one thing I will say, shout out to Trump for cheaper fuel. That's all. The rest,
Yes.
I hate you. At the moment, I really hate your guts.
Go Trumpy.
Cheap fuel, good fuel.
Friend of the show, of course.
Hold down.
There's a lot of red, which is...
I can't see the numbers, but all I can see is red.
There's a lot of red. So... Dogecoin, that's what people are looking at.
Yep.
We obviously started... Oh, no. We started at 100. We're down to $37. So thanks. Thanks for that, Trumpy. If you can just kind of turn that around, that would be nice.
Throw out a little tweet or something.
Yeah, because nothing else is going up either. Still not going up. So...
There's a Bitcoin update.
There's the Bitcoin update.
Bet of the week.
Bet of the week.
What are you thinking?
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Okay.
What are you doing? Tell me.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Don't you worry. I'll be telling you.
Matt Dury, 2-time try scorer. Incoming.
Imagine if he gets dropped. If he finds his way out of the 17. A little late switcheroo.
I think I'd be depressed.
Madison comes in, Dury out.
I like Dury. I like Dury a lot. I liked him at the Dogs. I like him at the Eels. There's something about him. He just comes on with a bit of effort. Bit of elbow grease about him.
Elbow grease.
All
right. I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Tell me.
I'll tell you what.
He has no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, he's trying to ponder on the spot.
I'm scrambling. I'm going the Easter.
The Easter clashes.
Easter specials, okay?
So Friday, Sunday, Monday.
Lock in for some Easter specials here. The Easter Bunny is going to treat you well.
Yep.
I'm going the Canterbury Bulldogs to get over the Easter Bunny. I'll tell you what. Does Reggie he do any
does
like?
He make his comeback?
Does he do it? Oh, he's come back. I've seen him.
Was he at Perth? Was it Reggie?
No, the one before.
Was it Reggie though?
Oh yes. Is it a different Reggie under the suit? I don't think so. I don't think anyone else fits under.
They might have given Reggie a little breather. Have a week off.
Go to reserve grade. Back to basics, Reg.
He might be in the halves with the Galvin this week.
I'm going Canterbury Bulldogs.
Yep.
They're going to score. They're going to win, actually. They're not going to score. They will score.
Well, they will score.
They will score.
Whoever scores more points wins. Shout out Laurie Daly.
That's generally what happens. But yeah, no, I'm going the Doggies. And I'm going... The Doggies. I'm going Doggies. I'm just going to keep it simple. All right? Now...
Longest bet of the week segment of all fucking existence.
Well, you'll just have to...
This will be very clipped up, guys.
Yeah, you have to chop and change. Anyway, it'll be like watching maths. Dude,
in
maths when they have their...
I love you, baby.
Yeah.
I love you. Yep, I get ya. with you.
I'll tell you what. It's not the main blockbuster on the Sunday, which would be Newcastle versus Cronulla, obviously.
Blockbuster.
I'm going with the battle of the coaches, and I'm going Desi. I'm throwing Desi in there. Titans to win.
Fuck me.
Okay, and then I'm going the mightiest of mighty Parramatta Eels.
Bit of turmoil at the Tigers.
Bit of turmoil.
There's turmoil at your club too.
No, never turmoil at Parramatta.
BJ, I will force him to tip his own team this week.
I'm doing it. I'm putting money on it. Gold Coast to win, the Bulldogs to beat the Easter Bunnies, and the Parramatta Eels to win. Moses Resurgence. That is paying $5.85. I thought it'd be a bit higher actually, but $5.85 that's paying. Might throw in a little Moses anytime try scorer as well.
I like that bet, except for the Eels, the Titans, and the Bulldogs. I'm going to something a bit different. I'm going to some try scorers here.
Oh, there you go.
What the fuck? Now I'm at the races.
There you go.
Thanks, Will.
Nice.
Where are we going to, Ascot?
What's your bet of the week? How'd you go last week? You weren't here last week.
So no bets. No more bets.
I think I did all right.
Look,
I think mine got up. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
It didn't at all. Jacob Kiros, friend of the show.
I was liking him.
Good Christian boy.
I was going to throw him in. I was going to throw him in there, but I thought,
Mr. Kiros.
I don't want to get too greedy.
No Lomax.
No Lomax.
Sean Russell. Still selected.
He is.
Fox.
Yep.
The Jammers, I like to call him.
I like the Fox. He's good.
The Jammers. I reckon Mr. Jacob Kiraz.
Yep.
He scores 2. And I'm staying in this same game.
Right.
You'll like this one.
I do. Don't know what it is, but I like it.
Does Dury still play for the Bulldogs?
Oh, fuck.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go Kiraz for 2. What's that juice in that? $3.90.
$3.90.
I'm going Jacob Kiraz for 2 tries.
Okay.
My man.
I like it.
I like Jacob Kiraz. He's coming to the Sportsbet Supercoach team this week.
I'll tell you what.
Welcome, Kiraz.
Mike must have seen that because he's just said that's hot.
Perfect time.
And I agree. I agree. That's
have you
hot.
got any more topics you want to bring up before we piss off?
Nah.
I'm all Galvined out.
Oh, yeah. That took it out of me.
We've got to finish on something funny. Katy Perry.
Yeah, what?
She's a fake astronaut. She's turning into Johnny Sins.
Why is that a thing? How?
Bro, and why is NASA having to come out with a statement going, she's not an astronaut? We all know.
Oh, fuck, really?
We're aware.
It's very like Titanic vibes where, you know, they had like the rich people could like buy a seat on the little Titanic that went down and visited. And then it blew up. Yeah. It was very vibey like that.
Pretty shit way to die, but like crazy, eh?
Anyway, on that note, goodbye.
Goodbye. Go about Dury.